Welcome to the second installment of Roast My DBD, the coaching series where I roast you, but I also make fun of you at the same time. If you want to be a part of this, then please make sure that you click the join button down below so that you can see how to be a part of this. You must be at least a tier 2 channel member or a Twitch sub in order to submit. So please make sure that you are either one of those and you're at least 18 years of age of older so you can go down and submit down into the Discord in the link in the description down below. I've said down below so many times today that I wish somebody would go down below me. Today's entry, we have Deli Luck, otherwise known as Julie's wife, one of my VIPs. They have 1,102 hours, which is not bad. You're approaching what most people would consider the intermediate amount of hours. I personally wasn't comfortable enough to consider myself intermediate until 2,000 hours, so take of that what you will. Today's game, Deli says we've got Fractured Cowshed Billy. I like to believe I'm good at the game, but at the same time, I regularly have games like this where I get a 1 or even 0K. Don't know if it's decision-making, build, or just a skill issue, maybe even a random fourth thing, but I believe options 1 and 3 were prevalent in this game. So you think you build... Wait. You think your decision-making and a skill issue were your biggest issues. I used to main Billy back in Overheat days. Namaste, my brother. My sister. And want to get back into playing him better. All right. It's Deli Luck, not Deli Luck. Well, sucks to be you. All right. 10-minute game. Let's take a look. Okay, so you're on the Rancid Arbiter. Didn't you say you were Fractured Cowshed? Oh, well, there's your problem. You don't know the difference in the fucking maps. I'm kidding. You're on the Rancid Arbiter. Most, if not all, of the Cockwind maps are good for Billy. Because a lot of them are wide open. You can sail off of a lot of the shorter things. If you don't hit them directly, you can kind of, the hug teching's not the word, but you can hug tech them basically. And the only problem with the Cockwind maps is that aura reading is kind of bad. So one of Billy's biggest strengths is aura reading. So it sucks to try to read it on the lighting of the map. In terms of the Rancid Arbiter, what you're going to want to do on this map is, so if you're looking at the map from a top-down perspective, you have Cow Tree over here. You have the barn. You have Shack. And then you have some random crap over here. You want to ignore the Jinn here. You want to ignore the Jinn here, try to patrol the Jinn here, but you want to focus on holding down this area best you can. So there's usually around 3 to 4 Jinns in this section. You want to focus on holding down the Jinns that spawn around these areas and leave this shit alone. The reason is because the center Jinn's always going to be your strongest. The Center Jinn's always going to be your strongest, but because this Jinn is all by its lonesome self, there's no reason for you to waste time. If you have Overdrive up, you can take a quick peek over there if you want, but I don't recommend it. Okay, so you've got double boots, which is great. You have double boots, which is great because you get massive amounts of turn rate. The thing is that I want you to be careful with double boots because if you are playing in any sort of map that is cluttered, double boots does not help as much as you would think it does. Especially in indoor maps, I would just go with just yellow boots if you can help it. Brown boots are still good. I would go with either one of those, and I would replace the other one with, you could do low pro, you could do green chain, which reduces your bump cooldown. I would really stick to only one turn rate add-on. Double turn rate's fun, but if you don't end up in wide open maps, it can actually be a detriment. Pretty solid build here. You've got 3 ore reading perks with pop as a boots engraving is also good. Yeah, with pop as your slowdown. I don't recommend running active slowdowns. If you're not aware, active slowdowns are things like pop goes the weasel, eruption, oppression, things that basically require you to kick the gen. I would go with passive slowdowns, grim embrace, pain resonance, obviously, stuff like that on Billy, because Billy is a character that loves to be in the action. He has to keep being in the action, and so you don't really want to waste too much time kicking gens if you can help it. Lethal Barbecue and Nowhere to Hide are all great. The Nowhere to Hide obviously synergizes with the pop, so you do have an idea of synergies in your mind. I personally would replace pop with Bamboozle and Nowhere to Hide with Friends Till the End, or even if you really wanted to, you could replace pop with if you want slowdown, you could replace pop with pain res, and then Nowhere to Hide with Floods of Rage. Generally speaking, you don't have a bad build. You just don't have an efficient build for Billy. So you do not... First thing I notice you don't do is you don't look around. Oh, you do look around. Oh, nice. Never mind. You did it so fast I didn't notice. I'm actually really proud of this. So you take a quick peek. You notice none of them have distortion, and then you choose your target. I'm actually very proud of you. You did that. You checked so fast that I didn't even notice. That was a good attempt at a cross map. You could have took the turn a little bit tighter, but I mean, I'm not gonna go against you for that. So you got a very quick down. You got a very, very quick down. So let's see if you remember which gens they were at. You're gonna get your barbecue proc here, but I want to see where you choose to go. Very good. Get your pop value. Get your Nowhere to Hide. What is he doing? He's lost. When curving with Billy, I want you to keep in mind that your turn rate goes up by about 3 billion%. You are taking this too narrow. You want to look forward more toward this rock and then turn. So the reason you crash here is you take this, you started this chainsaw sprint too narrow. Billy's curve window is so strong that you can take a lot of stuff wide and still get a decent curve in. Okay. You brought up your decision making. Go for that hook. You've lost the Allen, right? When you hit the bump, he escaped. You lost the Allen. Right? You hit this bump, he goes in, he starts going back, he's going toward the thing. He's over here. You get distracted by the noise notification. By the time you flick back, he's gone. You can either drop your chainsaw and follow his scratch marks, or you go toward that unhook. But for some reason, you choose option C and just go flying out into the unknown. And then you're like, ooh, a piece of candy. You got entirely lucky finding this boon here. And this is why I said to it, kind of ignore this area, because like, look how far away this, look how far away this gen is from all the others. Look how isolated this generator is, right? Look at this. The closest one is here. You should be patrolling these 4 gens here. These 4 gens are your best friends. Instead, you're out over here looking for snacks. You've wasted way too much time. And this is why I don't like Nowhere to Hide on Hillbilly. That was actually really good. That was really good bait. I'm proud of you for that one. Okay. You do not have Bamboozle. Quit vaulting this window. How long did you spend here? I want to see something. From where you lost the Allen to where you get your next down, it's almost a full minute. No, over a minute. You lose the Allen here at about 1:06. Yeah. It takes you a minute and 10 seconds to get your next down. Because you just, I don't know. You went on an expedition to find Atlantis. You were like, fuck the Allen, fuck the obvious unhook. I'm gonna go to this random ass hook over here for no reason. I'm gonna stomp out a boon, and then instead of going for Shaq, you just randomly decide to come over here, and you're like, ah man, I wonder if Casper's hanging out over here. You decide against it, and then you go to the Shack, and then you spend a full 47 seconds fucking around with this Gabriel before you finally down him, and in the process you lose a gen. If you were against survivors that had any amount of efficiency, you would be nearly 3 gens down at this point. Billy is a character that excels at utilizing the information he has to consistently pressure the entire map. The reason Billy is the 4th best character in the game is because no other character outside of maybe Blight has Billy's map traversal. So when you take the time to go gallivanting around the countryside, you are basically wasting your potential as a Billy player. Try to be here? Okay. Loser, imagine having a job. I don't know what this boon is, but good job stamping it. Where are you going? What is your obsession with that gin? Good pop value. Break the door. Okay. Oh, no. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Okay, you don't need to do all this. Just W key after him. Yeah, or stop the kick to Jin. Do what you gotta do, I guess. Ah, there we go. Hey, nice. The reason I didn't like your pick of Jin kicking perks is because now you're obsessed with utilizing them. There was no reason for you to kick that Jin there. I'm gonna show you what I mean. You know where he's at, right? You start doing these little mind game shit here, you don't need to do that. Just chase them counterclockwise around the loop. You don't need to do all this. So you see him vault, and then you're like, ah, I wonder where he's going. Let me get my nowhere to hide proc. What do you mean, where is he going? He's right there, get him. Get his ass. Okay. Then you showcase that you know how to run the tractor as killer, which is good. Proud of you for that one. But you wasted way too much time kicking that Jin. I know that 3 seconds to kick a Jin? I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but that could literally have meant the difference between you catching this Alan and him getting away. You're in a game with a character that's got no mither. He should be almost dead by now. Toucan, thank you so much for the fucking tier 1. I appreciate that. Enjoy your Dragon Eye, your awesome emotes in this face, ad-free for the rest of the month. Why do you not want to go kick that Jin now? Oh, there you go. Why did it take you so long to go do that? Oh my fucking god. She tasted. Holy shit. Good job. Good job. You have trouble deciding where you want to go and what you want to do sometimes. Dimgar had the same problem, although it's not as extreme. I'll show you what I mean. So you get the hook. This whole game, you've been like stopping and kicking Jins for absolutely no reason. And then randomly, when you go to check this Jin that you know has a lot of progress, you see him pass by and you're like, person, Jin, person, Jin, person. Even though someone else is definitely working on that Jin. Now, you do good here by recognizing that you need to get back to that Jin quickly, but I would have just left him and went kick the Jin. Like, you kick Jins when you don't need to, and then when you do need to, you get distracted. Thankfully, the Maria here completely fucks everything up and gets down practically for free. I expect you're gonna pop this Jin again. Yes. And this is why I don't like active slowdowns on Hobo. Very good choice to break that door. Gonna go after Sag after over here. Very, very good zoning. Very good zoning. No, I'm actually very proud of that zoning. You recognize that if she would have made it to Shack, it would have been much harder on you. And you're gonna go back and pop that Jin again. These motherfuckers are so obsessed with this middle Jin. You popped it 3 times. Okay, there's a person sitting on the Jin over there. Hold on. You see them there. You kick this with your pop. You see them again. And you're like, easy hit? No. Window with no bamboozle. Yes. You're wasting. Yeah, you completely ignored the easy target and just like hard focused on that game. All right. Get this Saga out of here. I think she's been hooked twice, if I remember correctly. Actually, let me check before I tell you. Yeah. So at this point, get this Saga out of here. I don't know how that missed. That's unfortunate. What the fuck? What is happening? Oh my Jesus God. Maria just got absolutely shit on. She walked into your loving arms. There you go, kicking gens again for no reason. I know you're gonna say it's because you wanted your nowhere to hide proc, but why? You know where they're at. You know what gens they're trying to commit to. Yeah, you're getting frustrated. You're committing to a loop that's not good for you instead of going for the easy hits. There you go. Look at that. See? Look at that. Hey, I appreciate that, Teresa. Let me give you your VIP real quick. There we go. That should have hit him. See how you took that wide? That's exactly how you're supposed to curve those points. I want you, okay. I need you to please stop vaulting without bamboozle. I need you to please stop that. Dimgar did the same thing. He like was obsessed with vaulting windows. Only vault windows if you're sure you can lock them in place. If you're sure that vaulting that window is going to zone them properly, vault the window. Why are you leaving him? What the fuck? You've got a no mither gamer next to a gate that's got no progress. All right, bye, Alan. Have a good escape. Bye. I don't want my 2K. You hang out over there. Have a great escape, Alan. I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Come back to Weenie Hut Juniors when you've got a chance. Girl, he's gone. If he was smart, he'd be heading toward that other gate. Or looking for hatch. Look at this. Like, what? What? Why did you leave him? That was your 2K. That was... That might be the dumbest decision you've made this entire match. Like, was it the win? No, but it was the 2K. That was the draw. Is the reason you normally get 0 and 1Ks because you just let people go for free? Because you just play the nice guy? I'm baffled. I have no idea why you leave him here. You hold him here for the entire match. He's got nowhere to go. That's his only resource. This pallet is his only resource. And if someone tries to come in and body block for him, You have a chainsaw. Someone's dying here. If this was me, oh, I'm salivating. Somebody's dying here. If it ain't this Alan, it's one of these two knuckleheads. You genuinely gave up a 2K for absolutely free. Everything else in this game, we can excuse, right? Everything else in this game we can excuse. You getting the early down here was so good for you. And from that point forward, from this point forward, you make very odd decisions. Actually, not this point forward. When you lose the Alan a little bit, you make very odd decisions, right? So I'm not really that worried about your mechanics so much as I'm worried about your decision making. You get the bump here. Literally, this point right here might be what cost you the entire match. Go for this unhook. Fuck him. Oh my God, this Billy's tunneling. They can tunnel these nuts, okay? Go for this unhook. From this point forward, you waste a lot of time doing absolutely nothing. You get the down on the Gabriel. A more efficient team would have you sweating even more here, right? You get the down on the Gabriel, you go put him up on his hilltop hook over here, right? And then you come in, you go, ooh, piece of candy, you stomp this boon out, but then watch what you do from here. You then turn around and you go back to this generator that you know didn't have that much progress on. Like, going back through your gameplay, we can literally just see a bunch of just bad decisions into bad decisions that lead you ultimately to the worst decision you make all match, which is to leave the free down and free kill for absolutely zero reason. So when you sent me your submission and you said, don't know if it's decision making, build, or just a skill issue, maybe even a random fourth thing, you said you believe options 1 and 3 were prevalent. I'm not worried about this. Your mechanics come with time and reading guides. This, however, this was your worst offense. Here's your homework. 1, I want you to have a plan. If you want to play Billy just to float around the map, go for it. If you want to win games, I want you to have a plan. I want you to, at any given point, remember where survivors are and what gens are being worked on, and I want you to hard focus them. Toward the middle of the game, you did this really well with the center gen. You made sure to pop it a bunch of times, but then at one point you just gave up on it and kept trying to go back to that gen at Cowtree, which should have been ignored from I know it's one of the gens they popped. I understand that, but if you'd have been patrolling properly, that would have been one of the only gens they popped. Number 2, I want you to not be nice. When you saw that unhook happened, you should have went straight over there, interrupted their healing, and fucked their day up. And at the end with the Allen, I don't, like I said, I don't know. I have no idea why you left him, but I would have been hard focused on his ass. I would have been going after that Allen like I'm going into a diabetic coma and the insulin is in his dick, okay? I would have been all over him, right? These are the 2 things I want you to work on. This is the main thing I want you to work on. I want you to have a plan in your head. Every single move you make needs to be made with purpose. Because when you just go gallivanting off the countryside, looking for a fair prince to take your hand in marriage, or whatever the hell you were doing, going off into nowhere's land, you're gonna lose. You wasted so much time, so many places here, by just going places you had no business being. But yeah, That's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you think down below. And again, if you want to be a part of this, you know where to look. I appreciate you guys again. What are the perk recommendations you made again? Pop and Nowhere to Hide for pain res and floods. Yes. If you must have slowdown in a Billy build, keep it to passive builds. But yeah, you guys know where to look. And if you have general questions that you'd like to ask me, come hang out on Twitch. Again, you must be late 18 years of age or older. Thank you guys for stopping by for the second ever Roast My DBD. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you to my channel members. Listen on screen now. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today, get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.
Need more Kaiser in your life? Well, I've got you covered. Check out my second channel, The Kaiser Extras, where I upload full gameplays, stream compilations, me reacting to your Dead by Daylight clips, and more. We also upload a daily short with all the greatest clips from stream. We'll see you over there. Link is in the description.